Hello folks, welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Well, the weekend was a little bit different as expected, even if we dumped a little bit. I mean, that wasn't really big, from 73 to almost 1685, so really nothing big. And it seems they are preparing everything for this week. And from tomorrow on, everything will become much more exciting. So, yeah, I'm involved in a long and a short. I'm maintaining my short. It's in green. And yeah, my long right now as well. So I think I will maintain that combination at the moment. DXY is lifting up. I'm expecting a nice rally by DXY. And the next, well, I was expecting it last week. I'm talking about that since 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, and it looks like you know it looks like a little bit like a consolidation, but we will see how it plays out. If it really goes up, well, then it's absolutely clear that at least the equities will go down, and that's something I would expect. So let us check, let us go directly to our analysis and check together if we can figure out something special and interesting. First of all, the weights ratio 30 days moving average, as expected, lifted more up, still expecting it will go more up as well. The 1 day time frame reduced now to 49%. That's still relatively high, but it was almost at 60% yesterday, so indicating they sent yesterday more bitcoins to centralized exchanges, and usually that's also an indicator that they are preparing just to drop these bitcoins afterwards. So if we check the weights ratio 30 hours moving average, everything at the moment is indicating they want to push up first, and that explains, first of all, the stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges is lifting up. So even they are reducing their stablecoins on centralized exchanges, it seems it's still the case. They are sending more right now. Just it's not big at all if we zoom out, but it's just indicating. Also, for example, here we weights ratio 1 hour 1 hour time frame reduce. So they are looking to push up the price, and it's not happening. Very curious situation. Never really saw such kind of pattern while the price is not reacting. So while we still have, at least on Binance, a strong volume indicating they are just distributing more, something is in the air and doesn't look great. I don't know if that's maybe related to the recent foot against Binance right now. It's not surprising me what they are saying. I don't think that's just a story to kill Binance. I can imagine that. Well, first of all, FTX was, in my opinion, the US crypto exchange, and they are blaming CZ and Binance for its collapse. In my opinion, you shouldn't blame Binance and CZ for FTX collapse, because they gambled. So, it's part of the game. That's a risk. And part of the game is also to manage your risk. And that's something FTX didn't. So, yeah, c'est la vie. That's how it works. But, however, I have mentioned also in the past that, in my opinion, crypto is becoming more and more a tool of geopolitics. Not only because Russia right now is jumping on the train, to develop an own crypto exchange, also making some steps hitting mining, and even China is reducing its foot against crypto. So we will see. Everything very exciting at the moment. The weights ratio 30 hours moving average declined. It's lifting up, still between 80 and 85%. That's just too high. But remember what I said many times. Everything above of 90 is critical, indicating afterwards we will dump nuke or a sharp price move to the downside. At the moment, not happening here. So even it's still too high, but it's okay. So that's it from here. That's absolutely it. And also very interesting, maybe as last part, when we check that here, the weights ratio 30, the weights ratio 1 hour time frame, they dumped, and immediately afterwards they go almost to 100%. So they let the price go up, and they start to distribute. It looks like a little bit they are desperate looking for liquidity. Also something I wouldn't like to see, because that's not bullish at all. So let us go forward. So it's Monday. Monday usually it's a day, at least in the recent last month, since we are deep in the bear market. I mean, we are in the beer market since almost 1 year now, but we are at that low level, price level, since few months. And if we check, I mean, even yesterday, 500, almost 1,000 Bitcoin, so they started to dump. And I mentioned just few days ago, I noticed the fund flow coming from market maker. Market maker balances reducing more. They are really extremely bearish in distributing more. And we have noticed a bigger fund flow, almost 3,000 Bitcoins related to the market maker. And they use different channels, also OTC. I have warned you, usually when the price goes up and the fund flow of market maker starts to send us signals, we know we will go down afterwards. And once again, they did it. So that's why I didn't hedge with a long. I start to hedge at my long at 16,850. And that's why, right now both are in green. My short and my long. That's the best case. So at the moment, I mean, nothing. Everything, the biggest inflow today was this morning at 6 a.m. Central European time, 650 Bitcoins. That's peanuts. That's really nothing. And EM outflows correlates very well, but stable coins are almost dead, extremely flat. We are talking about 8 millions, 3 millions. So absolutely nothing big happening here. I guess, first of all, that's the Monday effect, but at the same time, something is happening. That doesn't look great. So let us go forward. So if we check the funding rate, we can see the funding rate lifted up, afterwards declined a little bit, it's lifting up once again. The open interest lifted up with the leverage ratio, both really accurate and correlates very well, and afterwards they decline, so indicating all these who were just demanding longs closed their positions. And right now, that explains why the open interest with leverage ratio went down afterwards. If we zoom out, we will see nothing is changing. We had this dump here, afterwards we lifted up, but that's it. That was yesterday. They were demanding a lot of shorts, and well, we will see if they liquidate them. I think they didn't. So someone is placing shorts big, but with mid or low leverage, it seems. We will see. Stablecoin flow activity related to derivative exchanges, nothing. 100 million, peanuts, absolutely nothing. Even here related to Bitcoins, 1,000 is the maximum. Hey guys, I mean, you remember just a few months ago, we had per hour 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, sometimes even 10,000 bitcoins inflows and outflows related to derivative exchanges. We had related to stablecoins 600 millions. The average was 300 to 400 millions. We are not doing that anymore. I mean, the market only works with volume and money. That's really crazy. Nothing we should fear, but it's crazy. So we should have in mind that's not good. That's really not good. But we need to track that. If we zoom out, that's the daily one. As mentioned, almost no liquidation happened. So if someone is shorting and they didn't liquidate him, who is shorting? Why that big? And with what leverage? It seems low leverage. So we see that here the leverage ratio is declining more, open interest not really recovering, and funding rate at the moment indicating we are in a downward trend, so we are demanding more shorts. That's the aggregated one. If we check Binance, and that's the 1 hour time frame, they started to demand more shorts while the price is lifting up. So also here, up, down, funding rate not indicating anything special, open interest and leverage ratio lifting up a little bit, but nothing big at all. So let me refresh and request the Binance liquidation map. We see here on Blockchain Whispers that longs are back with 1 billion. We have a long short ratio on Binance right now of 62 to 44 and 59 to 41 related to long. So they are more bullish on Ethereum than on Binance at the moment. They reduced on Bitfinex shorts as well. We had 120 millions last Friday, if I'm right, and now 106 million. So if we check now the Binance liquidation map, still 30 millions, we see it is more attractive to go up to that range here, even it's just short term, because as you see, so after we went up back to 17,400, we would be here, and I guess you see that the long, high leverage long positions are coming. So I guess they will also build here a cluster of long liquidations, and the price will go down back again. If they want to liquidate more after to go up to 17.4, they can go back down to 15.4. That's something we have mentioned also last Friday. That's still in the scenario to have, you know, a trade range between 17.5, maybe even 18 and 15. So that's how it looked like. That's it. Let us go forward. So if we check what's happening here related to gamma walls, we have here right now the biggest concentration it puts at 16,750, the biggest in call 17k. So usually we should go from 70k right now to 16.75 and maintain this really little, even tiny trade range. If we go and break 17k, we should go to 16 to 50. That's the next bigger resistance. If we break 16,750, the next gamma support area will be 12k. Ouch. So we will see. We have a GAX of 19, so still positive. It gives us more more space to the downside, but you know, it's still relatively neutral. So if we check now what is happening here, well, yeah, that's nothing. Yeah, it's Monday. bear put spread, bull put spread. We can check both. Bear put spread. That's the biggest here. Let us check. Yeah. So the bear put spread, as the name almost says or indicates, it's a bearish price strategy, option strategy. So these guys here are, for example, it's not huge in volume and premium volume, sorry. But if you check, they are making a bet that we will see a price below $15,500 until next coming Friday. These guys here are even expecting a price below of $12,000 until end of the year. Wow, that's crazy, but possible. Custom strategy, maybe something we should also check. Bull put spread, that's the opposite. It looks very similar. So, for example, in that case, they are expecting here until end of the year to see a price above of 12,000 or even above of 14,000. And that's it. So, not bullish at all. Both, of course, the other one is extremely bearish. This one is not really bullish. I mean, bullish that the trend should go up, but, above of 14,000. So it seems that even bulls now are a little bit, at least related to options, a little bit capitulating, indicating they are expecting a price between 12 or 10 and 14,000. I've mentioned a few months ago, well, it's not that long, maybe 6 weeks or something, that 13,000 could be on the table. So for long term, I wouldn't sell all my bitcoins right now to buy at 13,000 if you bought at 17. But I mean, because we don't know if we are going to make 13,000. But yeah, if you want to be brave and use the opportunity, why not? But long term, I don't know. I mean, I'm not buying Bitcoin, not even in long term. That's not against Bitcoin. I just think that the political agenda is not compatible to Bitcoin. So that's the only reason why I see a bigger risk to invest my money in Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin. I like even, I mean, POW, proof of work, gives us a big opportunity of decentralization, and so I'm really a big fan of it. But I mean, I can't ignore that the World Economic Forum is demanding a code change to Bitcoin from proof of work to proof of stake. And we should know that World Economic Forum has a big power and influence. So what should I say? So 10,000 possible? Yes, it is possible. Even lower, but I don't know. I know that market maker entities started to accumulate at a price above of $6,000. These guys have still millions of bitcoins. It wouldn't make any sense, even for them, to crash the market to zero, because they will lose a lot of money. So I can't imagine that. But everything is possible at the moment. If Binance collapse, for example, whatever, that could initiate something that nobody could imagine, in my opinion. So custom strategy. And just to make it clear, I'm not selling my spot. Yeah, really, I'm, now you believe or you don't believe, but we need to absorb partly a risk. That's something we should. That's a game of adults. It's not a game of childs. So it's about money, and we need to really, if you believe in crypto, then you shouldn't feel any fear. if you don't jump out, because I think that the whole situation is going to become even worse. And you know, I'm not, as mentioned many times in the past, I'm not all in crypto. I have splitted my wealth. I have invested in watches and metals and also in crypto. And I will also go and jump into crude oil. So it's up to you, but manage your risk. That's really important right now. Custom strategy. Let us check if we can find something here useful, because sometimes it isn't. So that's relatively big here, and they are, wow, that's for next year in June, expecting a price between 19 and 20k. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, and also here, that's it. That's really it. So almost no volume happening here. So let us go forward. So let us check if we can figure out who is driving the market right now. We can see here, if we zoom out a little bit, we can see that on Binance, market traders are so bearish. They are still selling more. I mean, it stopped a little bit, but they are still distributing. Even the aggregated CBD spot, it looks different to futures. We have Bitcoin collateral futures here, stablecoin collateral futures here, but it doesn't look great at all. Bitfinex, bullish market traders just pushed up. Not that, so almost 600 Bitcoin, so that's not that bad, to be honest. If we check Kraken market traders distributing, yeah, they are distributing here. If we check Bybit, also distributing at the moment, even very hard. Coinbase, wow, what happened here? Okay, so Coinbase also started to distribute, it seems. Bitstamp, buy. It's only, they are only buying all the time, it seems, all the time. Yeah, nothing happening here. And that looks really similar to what Coinbase did. I mean, we are not talking about big, but that's Gimini. And Gimini went up and started to distribute, and now they are lifting up once again. So nothing big here, absolutely not. Binance extremely bearish market traders, while Bitfinex and, you know, Bitstamp, was it Bitstamp? Yeah, and Bitstamp extremely bullish, and Coinbase a little bit. Nothing where I would say it's extremely bullish, but right now distributing. Yeah, we need to see. So if we check the entities, retailers, they are not reducing, they are not selling. If we go forward, these guys here, even pushing more up, so increasing their balances. That's wallets with 10 to 100 bitcoins. If we check here, these guys are still buying the dip. Usually they make short-term trades, so buy the dip, sell with profit. If we check these guys here, rising their balances, so also retailers buying. Market maker entities, and that's hard now, they are selling, they are reducing their balances. They had 4,600,000, they reduced even more. It's the first time since years. Right now 4,590,000. That's incredible. That's really incredible. Well, and this here, we know that these here are, well, mainly related to centralized exchanges. And yeah, these guys here are at the moment really lifting up. So I don't know, like just mentioned a few days ago, maybe it's also related to the proof of reserves, and they are shifting from different wallets. Maybe possible because they are we are talking about almost, let me check, yeah, 100,000 bitcoins. I mean, where are these bitcoins coming from? It's really interesting. So yeah, market maker didn't send any bitcoins more to centralized exchanges at the moment. They didn't hear nothing new. Well, market activity extremely low. Also here, miners not doing anything, lifting up a little bit, but nothing, and that's it. Let us go forward. So, well, not completely done, because we still have the Bitcoin balance on exchanges. We can see it's declining, so indicating they are taking out more Bitcoins from exchanges. Now we have another problem because of that fine Binance food. What is happening? Exactly, people are taking once again their Bitcoins from Binance, and we can't see why they are taking out these Bitcoins. It's because they bought, or it's because, many retailers, like we had related to FTX, for example, they are sending back to their personal exchanges or wallets. Sorry, not exchanges, wallets. So if we check the net flow, we can see it's rising a lot. So why it's happening? I would be extremely careful, because the weights ratio only measures the inflows, and that's the good thing, and it's rising. So they are sending more Bitcoins, and that's where I would be extremely careful with that, just to make it clear. Okay, now we are done. So, if we check Coinbase right now, nothing have changed. They triggered the buy order here, so I guess we should go up to 17.5, but they are reducing liquidity to the downside. Here, so we are talking about 15.5 is not protected on Coinbase, instead still at 15,000. But nothing have changed here. Absolutely nothing. Deribit, perp, also nothing. At 17.2 or 16.8, but absolutely not. Bitstamp, also nothing have changed. Absolutely nothing. We still have this wall at 18.8, but nothing big at all. Binance Spot. On Binance Spot, they reduced at 17.5. Instead, they are waiting at 17.8. So maybe they want to push up very hard there. But at 16.3, we'll still have a wall. It's not still, but we have now a wall. And if you check, it's 500 Bitcoins. They are waiting there. I'm not sure if that's spoofing. Potentially, it could be spoofing. So that's something we need to see. We really need to see, what's going to happen here, because it looks like I'm not sure if they are attracting to go up, or it's more, it's more indicating we should go down first, and they are waiting there. It's also possible. So we need to see here, but that's what's happening. So even here, nothing big happened. Removing some liquidity here as well, but also nothing big happening here. So yeah, that's it. That's absolutely it. We still have here 16.8. This wall, they reduced its liquidity as well. So I don't know. We need to see. So let us go to the next one. Bitfinex spot. Bitfinex spot reduced liquidity to the downside. Very interesting. Instead, they are bringing here some sell orders. OKEX spot. Nothing. Kraken spot. Kraken spot 18 16.8. Yeah, 16.8 and 18. So nothing, absolutely nothing here, unfortunately. So yeah. Next, Bitget. Usually nothing. BitMEX. They removed even the sell order here at 17.5. But here I'm not sure if that's spoofing, but limiting. Binance futures. Wow. Also nothing happened. And if we check, we have a little bit more longs waiting, but nothing big. Bitfinex derivatives. Also here they removed, it seems, 16.8. Instead we have here 17.8, so looking very similar to the spot. Kraken futures, nothing. OKEX futures at 15.6, and that's it. OKEX swap, still waiting there with 1,600 bitcoins at 16.3. And Bitget USDT pair, BTC USDT, also here nothing happening. That was a quick one because nothing changed. So, well, nice to know. Let us go to the next one. So, to be absolutely honest with you, nothing have changed since Saturday. Absolutely nothing. We see such kind of preparation. We see that, you know, something is happening, but nothing big. We have the trend line. We had here a nice retest. We dumped. Now we bounced here. I guess we will try to retest because that's why I need just to go back, retest, fail, and then we should go down. That would match because it would happen tomorrow. So to push up first, retest, and then nuke or dump or whoever. That's what I would expect. So maybe to maintain, because we have a main POC here, we have the next POC here, so here and here. So maintain that area, play around a little bit, then tomorrow go up and then down. I'm extremely bearish for tomorrow because, you know, I think interest rate will go up. Not saying, I mean, people are saying, yeah, but even 75 PPS are priced in already. I don't think so. I really, because it wasn't part of the Wall Street narrative. So they will dump equities as much as they can, and that's in my opinion. They maybe Fed will surprise us and bring 25 BPS, and then we will skyrocket to 36K in a few minutes. Now, I mean, without joking, everything looks like we should go up a little bit like they did. I'm not sure if we will do exactly the same. We are still in this box. Unfortunately, nothing happened, nothing changed. So we are still, you know, if we zoom out, we are still in the bigger box. So I have mentioned we retested that area, we failed. We retested it twice, we failed. Now we are below the trend line. Even if we go up, we should go down to 16,800 and in my opinion we will go down in 6200, go down more, and so on and so forth, and then down. So that is what I would expect, to be honest. So yeah, that's it from my side. I hope you enjoyed. Unfortunately, not that huge huge news, unfortunately. But however, I hope it was insightful for you. And just trade careful. That's really, 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 really important to trade careful at the moment, and don't to play too risky. It could be a big problem otherwise. So enjoy your evening. Big love. We will see us tomorrow. In case I find something that would be useful, of course, I will tweet about that. But at the moment, the only thing I can tell you is, as mentioned Saturday, we can go up to 18k. But in my opinion, even if we go up to 18k, it's going to end in a bull trap. We will go down even more. Big love. Your Inspo. See you tomorrow.